How is it going, everyone? This is the moment we have been waiting for. We are now in the first round of the League of Europe. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. My name is Jake Olenkos. For some unknown reason, you don't know me by now. We are here for the Australian Grand Prix. As said, for Division 3. I was commentating Division 1 last season, but we've actually got someone else new that is doing Division 1 instead. I'm going to go through, basically, we've got the track info that's going up on screen, as you can see. Quite a bit of a tricky track. Obviously from last season, you can see also the division winners from from all three divisions for last season. Mitch won in season 1, RJ won it in season 2 for Division 2, and Jabbo won it for season 1 in Division 3. And Jabbo is actually also here today as well, so we'll see if he is able to keep the title for Australia. But we're now going to go through the hot lap of the Australian Grand Prix, and it was done by none other than Mr. VGIA Harry himself. So as you can see now, coming up towards the line as we start the hot lap for the Australian Grand Prix. There you have it. That is the lap for the Australian Grand Prix, done by Harry, who's also an organizer. If you guys also want to send your clips in as well for being on the stream, you are more than welcome to, as I said. So, yeah, let's get on with the actual race. Here in qualifying, so far no one's actually done their laps. Fuzz is currently on his actual lap, and I have the feeling him, or it'll be either Bryn Mike just ahead of him. Never mind, it was MCR doing his first lap. 1:22.8, pretty decent first lap if I must say so myself. But also got yellow flags. Is Fuzz going to do better than MCR? He does, only by a tenth. Also on the medium tyres, so nice done from him, doing a 1:22.7. Just checking the chat. We've got the likes of New Luigi, Tammed, James, Josh, who thinks that James is actually going to crash out in the first lap. Fair enough. Campbell saying, I guess this is where season 2 officially begins. William, I think that's DJ Williamson. I could be wrong. For DT Racing, I'm first, so should I wait on hand just to be told at any time? Yeah, you should be told relatively shortly. If anyone else can't race, then you should be told sort of within an instant, or just check in the reserve order channel. James also in here. Good luck to all the Division 3 drivers tonight. I hope it's a good one. Looking forward to streaming Division 1 soon on this channel. Yes, in about 15 minutes time, Division 1 will go live, so make sure you do go ahead and check that out. Saying that there's no race engine noises, that's because I forgot to turn them on. Thank you very much. So yes, quality part of being a streamer. Yeah, so there you go. There's the noises now. But yeah, so far we already have Heated that's topping the table. If I get all their telemetry and their tyres up. Here we go. Heated and Educ done their times on the soft compound. Fuzz, MCR, and Adri all done theirs on the medium, so nicely done from them. Jasper on the softs and Bryn Mike on the hards, so he's going to try and maybe go for a medium on his next one and go for a one-stop strategy on the medium to hards. We'll see. Could also even be possible to do medium to soft. We'll see. We'll see how qualifying plays out with everybody else, but For now, let's go on board. Let's see, who's doing their laps now? I have the feeling, actually, Ivor Bremite is going to be doing another lap. So we'll stick on board with him. And, no, never mind. He's on 0 ERS, so he's not going to be able to do so. Velocity in the chat saying it's going to be interesting. It certainly will. Hello, Ibo. Nice seeing you in the chat as always. Racing budget. What is the reserve list? Any idea? For which division? Because we have it for different divisions. Let's see. Ivor Bremite did do another lap. Oh, he's actually going for his fast lap now. So we'll stick on board with the Welshman himself, riding in the Red Bull. Also, forgot to mention, if you guys didn't manage to catch the team reveal stream last week, we've got all the different teams, all different new names as well in this division, also with some returning names. So obviously you've got the new names likes of NGMBJ, who's currently in second, also with the newbie of Educk in P3, doing a good job from him. MCR returning, was in Division 2 last season. I don't think really managed to race much, so now is in Division 3 as a reserve. A new name of Jasper. Ivor Bremite, who commentated quite a lot of the season. I think he raced for one race in Division 3, but then thought it was just best that he would commentate, so it's nice to see him back on the actual grid. New name of Smitsky. We've also got Dave, a returning name of Dave Jarvu. We've got Cloudy Cloud, a new name. I think that's that's everyone that's new and returning to the League of Europe. We also have Lewis Hamilton in the chat. Saying Logang for life, or AO Logang. No, we won't go down that route. Caesar saying hello, shalom, salam, privet, namaskar. What, Dave? So Ivor Bremite didn't actually improve on his time. We'll go on board with Smitsky, who's actually just put in his lap, doing a 1:23.3. Not a bad time. Only just beating out his teammate, his Spaniard teammate. But quite a lot of weird teams, I must admit. Definitely a lot of weird teams. I've still actually got the faith of the two Haas boys, of both James and Fuzz, to do quite well throughout the season, or not only just in this race, but throughout the season as well. So we'll see how that goes, as James is now going to be starting, or finishing his lap. He's done a 1:23.5, gone ahead of Jasper and Ivor Bremite. He's actually very close to Adri, when Adri was on the mediums. Dave putting in a time of a 1:22.9, nicely done from him. I believe MCR is also on a lap, so we'll stick on board with him, as I think he's just coming up to Sector 2 now. Lewis putting in the chat, Ferrari power cars will run all divisions. We'll see. Hopefully we can perfect that for tonight. We will see. But MCR coming past, elusive turn 11 and 12. A lot of people do tend to get caught up there. Now coming up towards turn 13. Gets a nice exit out of that. He's going to keep it as a nice tight line. He does indeed. Coming up to the second to last corner, as Ivor Bremite has actually retired from the session. Quite strange. Very strange. As MCR now get a nice exit out of the final corner. What is he going to end up doing? A 1:21.9, fastest of the session so far. It's nice done for the Spaniard reserve driver. Who else is on a lap? Educk, I believe, is actually out on a lap. In fact, he's on 0 ARS, so I'm assuming that he's backed off of that lap. What about Fuzz? Whereabouts is Fuzz? I think he's also invalidated his lap. That, or he's just about to start his lap. We shall see. I want to drive for Sauber next season. Best team ever. Why not Merc or McLaren? Because them teams are dog. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fuzz actually does make his way into the pits, so he's not going to be doing a lap. We'll go on board with the Spaniard, who is also a favourite for the season, Mr. Adriel Ocdot. I know he has turned off, I think, all of his assists other than the racing line, so we'll see how he gets on. He's on the soft compounder tyre, so let's see if he does end up doing a better lap than what he has done on the mediums. I believe he will. Coming out towards Sector 1. He is technically 4 tenths up on his time, so it's looking good for the Spaniard at the moment. Predicted to be sort of where around Fuzz and Eduk are at the moment. Let's see if there's any more improvement for there. Gets a nice exit out of, I believe that's turns 6 and 7. No, sorry, turns 9 and 10. My apologies. Elusive turn 11 and turn 12. I don't know if turn 11 was a little bit of a corner cut. I'll quickly watch that back on stream. Oh, we'll see. I think it might have been. He might have invalidated his lap, but we'll see. He's carrying it on anyway. MCR just getting out of the way for him. As he comes around the second to last corner, a little bit wide on the exit, but doesn't look like it's affected him that much. Now coming up towards the line. Has he improved or has he invalidated? He's improved and in fact on top, a 121.7. Nicely done from the Renault Spaniard. Funny enough, we've actually got 2 Spaniards that are on the front row at the moment, so we'll see how both of those will go. Also saying, what's MCR's time? He's done a 121.9 mark. I think James is going to crash first corner. What do you think? A lot of people saying that James is going to crash. Come on, have some more respect on his name. Put some respect on his name. Can't be doing him like that. Anyway, Heated has already done a lap on the soft tyres. As you can see, he's done a 122.3. He is now on his second lap with the soft tyres. Bullet was saying, poor James, he still crashed. Yeah, poor James indeed. Heated coming around turns 11 and turn 12. Gets an access out of turn 12. Now in the third and final DRS straight. It's not third, it's second. I don't know what's the third. Gets himself nice into 4th gear. Managing to get that corner done now. Coming out to the second to last corner. Gets a nice exit out of there. Runs it a little bit too thin. Coming up to the line. Is he going to improve on his time? He does. In fact, he goes the fastest at 121.7. It's nicely done from Heated. Only just faster than what Adri has done. In fact, can we get that up? There we go. That is the intervals to the leader. So Adri only 8 thousandths of a second slower than what Heated's time was. No doubt all of these guys are going to be improving on their times. It's going to be a little bit tight for them to get back to the pits and get out on a new set of tyres though. And speaking of that, same with his teammate Smitsky, has done, well, 7 tenths off of Heated. So Renault looking like a good pairing for today. The Haas boys not shining up as I should expect, to be honest with you. But now we've got the Mercedes man of Dave, I believe is also a reserve on his lap. As I said, returning driver, he was in PRL Division 3 before it actually turned to LOE. So we'll see how he gets on. Got a nice exit out of turns 11 and 12. One of the runners just letting him by. I believe that was Smitsky just letting him by. I hope, I don't know if Dave actually managed to get that as a corner cut. Sometimes if you do run wide there, it does give it as an invalidation. It looks like he's carrying it on though, so I don't think it has. Has he improved on his time? He hasn't. He was a 10th down on his time. Unfortunate. Now, we'll go on to the man that everyone is talking about in the chat. We'll go on board with James because everyone reckons that he's going to end up crashing it on the first corner. So, we'll ride on board with him. I'm expecting him to be sort of up at the top times. But I'm expecting this division to be very close. So, we'll see. James now coming across the final corner. This is looking like it's going to be a quick time. It did hit the grass a little bit, which I don't think he wanted to do. He does a 121.2, so that is the top of the time so far. But now a lot of these guys are going out on their outlaps. You've got MCR on his outlap, NGMBJ going out on his outlap, Fuzz going on his outlap. Dave, I don't think he's going to be able to get another lap done. He's only just coming up to the end of Sector 2, so he's going to probably have to retire in the pits, unfortunately. Very unfortunate for him. Frey's actually just on his lap. We'll see how another Spaniard, because there's a lot of Spaniards in this league. Not complaining before anyone says anything, but there are a lot of Spaniards in Division 3. But let's see. Frey coming across the final corner. Is he going to be able to get one of the top times? He goes P8. He splits between Eduk and Fuzz. Not a bad effort from the Toro Rosso driver of Frey. Now we've got a lot of these guys going on their laps, starting with the one and only Fuzz in at the Haas. Let's see. We'll stick on board with the Haas driver. Let's see how he gets on with his lap. Meanwhile, a lot of these other guys are, as I said, just on their out laps. Dave managed to get himself back into the pits, but I don't think, as I said, he's going to be able to get another lap done. Ibo, it still says that he's in the pits, so I don't think he's going to be able to get another lap done. Cloudy Cloud's just sort of going over a few bumps at turn 4. Just letting a few drivers through, but back on board with the man that is actually also on a lap. We'll stick on board with Fuzz and see if he's able to improve on his time. He did do his time on the medium tyres, so I'm expecting an improvement. Let's see as he's coming up to the second to last corner now. Is he gonna best, or well, he will improve certainly, but will he best his teammate coming across the final corner? Is he gonna get into the 20s? He doesn't. In fact, he only goes P9. Oh no, sorry, P4. I saw P9 at the top right. Apologies, P4, just behind his ex-teammate of Adri. Interesting. Interesting. James is actually coming to the pit, so he's not able to do another lap. So it's just the drivers that are around him. Fuzz is backed off his lap, so he's not able to do one. It's all down to Heated. Whereabouts is Adri? Adri's just coming across the line to start his lap, so it's down to Heated, down to Adri, MCR, and MGM, BJ, and Smitsky and Eduk. Well, all of the other guys that are also on their laps. Let's see. MGM, BJ has actually gone P2. Has improved on his lap, so nicely done from him. Let's see what the other drivers do. Because unless he's going for another lap, it doesn't look as if he is. I think he has backed off of his lap, so we'll see. Remember, Heated, Adri, all still on their laps. MCR as well. MCR, in fact, has actually gone P3 and he's backed off. So MCR, that's the best he can do is P3. NGMBJ, best he's done is P2. It's where he is going to have to stick for now. It's down to Adri and Heated mainly. I think Smitsky might just be a little bit too far out, and maybe also with Eduk. Yeah, Eduk has gone in the wall, so he's not improving. We'll see though. The two Renaults and the Toro Rosso, are they going to be able to stay up with the Haas driver? Heated now coming around the second to last corner. And now coming around the final corner, he goes into the pits. It's all down to Adri, and Adri's actually also stopped it. Smitsky, is he going to be able to do anything? Let's see. He's coming around the final corner. Is he going to improve on his time? And is he going to maybe split 5th and 6th, Adri and Fuzz? Or is he going to be ahead of his teammate? No, he isn't. He did improve, but he's not ahead of his teammate. What about Cloudy Cloud? In fact, he's just started his lap. No, he hasn't. That's Jasper. Cloudy Cloud coming around the final corner. Surely he will improve on his time, but is it going to be enough? It doesn't look as if it is. He did improve, but it's P13, so the man that we thought that was going to end up getting pole, well, he did. James, P1. Nicely done from the Haas driver. I'm kind of shocked as to why Fuzz is down in P6. I thought he would be sort of with his teammate, or maybe even a bit higher. I thought he'd be sort of like towards the pole, to be honest with you. But Car Cannon is the only one that didn't set a lap. So we'll see how that goes. Because I'm sure I did see him out on an out lap, but then must have just come straight back in. Very odd. But we have the classifications for Division 3 for the first round of Australia. We have James in P1. We have NGMBJ in P2 with MCR only 4 thousandths of a second behind NGMBJ in P3. Another Spaniard as well. Fair enough. Heated in P4, the Maltese just ahead of the other Spaniard of Adri Lockdock in P5. Fuzz in P6 with Smitsky in 7th. Eduk in 8th. Frey is in P9. Dave rounding out the top 10. Jasper is down in 11th. Ivory Mike in 12th. Actually done that on the hard tyre, so it's not a bad lap. Cloudy Cloud in P13 with Ibo in 14th. And our final classification, who actually didn't do a time, is Car Cannon in P15. Podium for James is what Bullet Boy is saying. Oh, Mark is going for a bold one, saying Car Cannon will be third. And to be fair, same with Lewis. Car Cannon is going to win. 100%. Wow. We'll see. We will see. So any of the guys from Division 3 watching, remember, it isn't one on lap 1, turn 1. There is a whole other 28 laps to go after that. So don't, whatever you do, just try not to take each other out in turn 1. You can race hard, but just race fair. As all these guys are now doing their formation laps. Hopefully no one bins it on the formation lap. I'm not particularly looking at Fuzz because I know he might. He's definitely prone to it. Frey saying I'm going to be AFK at the start. Sorry, guys. That's going to be a bit... Ooh, for the guys behind. That's going to be interesting. We'll see how that goes. I mean, hopefully it shouldn't be sort of causing any collisions with anyone. So we'll see. But as Bullet Boy said, Division 1 is starting now, so if you guys want to go check that out, all of the top guys, you're more than welcome to. Share the love over the channel. Carlos, chief food engineer, mistimed his dinner. It would have been funny if you put Carlos as chef food engineer. Come on, Mark. So all these guys now coming around the final corner, other than whoever Australian Jack 1 is. I have no idea who that is. And hopefully he doesn't affect the race. Does anyone know who that is? Is he... I think he is, because I'm sure I've seen his name in the chat at some point. I'm for certain of it, but here we go. The 5 red lights. And it is away the drivers go. Let's see who has got the best start out of them all. It looks like NGMBJ's actually got a better start than what James has, going down the inside of the Haas driver. And does he move into first position? He does. Nice move from the Spaniard of NGMBJ in the Red Bull. Now, it looks like a lot of the other guys actually got away quite clean. We've got Eduk, Adri, and Heated all side by side. Adri has had to brake early, and that has compromised that. And Heated and Eduk are now past the Spaniard. Smitsky's also gotten past Adri. So Adri lost quite a few spaces, and same with Fuzz actually going down in towards the first sector of the race. Now, we've got a couple of people battling behind. We have Dave and... Oh! What's happened there? Dave, I think that was Dave, Cloudy Cloud, Frey, all of them guys look like they just mounted each other. Oh dear. And Dave has been disqualified for facing the wrong way. That's also affected Fuzz and Smitsky. Oh, that's not good for those guys. That isn't good, but we've got a battle for the lead. James and NGMBJ going by side, up towards turn 13. A little bit of a squeeze from James. And I think he holds the position, but NGMBJ has not given up. Going down the inside of the second to last corner. Oh, there's been a spin. MCR and Heated. I think MCR's just retained third. I don't think he wanted to take that place, but I think I also saw a bit of end plate fly off the back of it. NGMBJ has managed to claw his way back into first position, and it looks like the top two are already running away from the top three, or from the other three, sorry, just behind MCR. But we have got Educ that is just behind Heated, looking to attack him, but I don't think he's able to get a move done, which also gives Adri the opportunity because he is closing up quite quickly to the back of these guys just up ahead of him. So we'll see. James just holding on to NG and BJ. It looks like it's going to be a battle between these two for the entire race, and I cannot wait to see how these two unfold. But we have got the likes of Car Cannon just behind Jasper, and Jasper just behind Frey. Frey, I think he did say he had to go at the beginning of the race, which is a bit unfortunate, and I think that is his AI that is just driving around at the moment. And Car Cannon, and both Jasper and Car Cannon, and also Ivan and Mike are now past the Toro Rosso. Apparently Frey's AI car took 3 of them out. Dave just said that he got rear-ended. That was a bit of an insane start to the race. I did say lap 1, turn 1 wasn't the way. I didn't mean lap 1, turn 5 or turn 6. Everybody was looking to get a move done on Cloudy Cloud, not able to do so. Unfortunately, Smitsky is now going to try and go down the inside of the Williams driver. Everybody trying to hold it around the outside. Is he going to be able to hold his position from Smitsky? Forces him out a little bit, and Smitsky is still in P13. Ibo keeps a hold of P12. Let's see, Car Cannon looking to attack on Jasper, not able to do so, but DRS has now been enabled. Has Jasper got any DRS to anyone? It doesn't look like he has. Now Car Cannon got DRS on Jasper, going down the inside of the Alfa Romeo driver, able to get the move done. Is Jasper going to try to switch back? No, he isn't. Funny enough, Car Cannon is also on the medium compounder tyres, so maybe you're starting to think that some of these soft tyres are starting to run out a little bit. I mean, the guys up ahead are also on the soft compounder tyres, so we'll see how they start to impact on with obviously the guys that are on the medium tyre. We'll see if that gap starts to close between any of them. Now, we've actually got a battle for P5, Educ and Adri. Educ has actually dropped up quite a bit back from Heated. I know that they were both battling with each other at one point, but they've dropped back quite a bit, and same with Heated from MCR. We'll see. We'll see. I think Heated does have a little bit of end plate damage, and I think as does MCR. I don't know. We'll see though, as Adri has managed to get past Educ, but Educ still holding down the inside of the Renault Spaniard. Not able to do so. Well, he's managed to get past him, but Adri trying to do a switchback on the Ferrari driver. Karkonen goes into the back of Adri. Hopefully he hasn't lost any wing there. Karkonen, in fact, that's actually helped Adri a bit more because Adri is now past Educ. Karkonen now also in on this action. As Karkonen looking to go down the inside of the Ferrari driver, has got the DRS. Educ doesn't have any DRS because he was ahead at the activation zone. Karkonen moves into P6, but I don't think this is over just yet. You've got Jasper just behind these guys as well as Ivan Bryn Mike. So any of these guys going to get a move done down in towards turn 3. Ivan Bryn Mike does break a bit late and breaks a bit of his wing. I can see that at the front right. Part of his end plate has just come off the back of Jasper. And I think he's on the hard compound. No, he's on the medium tyre, so unfortunate for the Red Bull driver. But back on this battle for P1, NGM, BJ and James, they look like they're not giving an inch from each other. In fact, I'm going to go back on board with these guys. You've got Frey and Cloudy Cloud, who have dropped down quite a few positions, giving Smitsky and Ibo the opportunity to get past. Fuzz is also just behind these guys. Is Fuzz going to get a double move done? No, he isn't. He has gotten past Cloudy Cloud, and Ibo has gone off the track. I don't know why Ibo's gone off the track there. Unfortunate for the Williams driver, but Fuzz now just behind Frey. I think that is still Frey's AI car as well. So is Fuzz going to get past? Oh, gives him a squeeze. I think that is the AI car as well, but Fuzz managing to get past Frey. Back up in the P11. He has got wing damage as well, so we'll see if he's going to be able to catch up to the guys that are still up ahead. Meanwhile, this battle for the front is definitely heating up now as James and NGMBJ are side by side going towards turn 1. James is ahead and has got the DRS, so NGMBJ, unfortunate for him, is now down in P2, but again, it's still not over yet. These guys are well ahead of MCR, already 3 seconds clear of him. So I mean, these two guys already shows how quick they are compared to the rest of the pack so far. Heated has caught back up with MCR. Adri is sort of in a little bit of no man's land at the moment. He's already 2 seconds ahead of Car Cannon. As I said, I think Car Cannon got a little bit of may have gotten a bit of wing damage from when he went into the back of Adri. I think that is the case. So we'll see. NGMBJ is sticking with James. We'll see coming up towards turn 11 and turn 12. We haven't had a victim of there yet, so that's good to see for now. Unless I may have just jinxed it for any of the drivers coming through. NGMBJ has got the DRS on James, but not able to get a move done in towards turn 13. I think everyone is still making it perfectly fine through turn 11 and turn 12. It does look to be that way. Ibo is closing back up to the back of Frey. I think Frey is... No, he's not back in his car just yet. It is still his AI car. Ibo going to go down the inside of him and gets the move done on Frey. Nicely done from Ibo. And NGMBJ has actually got a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's actually going on the medium tyre. So NGMBJ is going for a 2-stop strategy. Be interesting to see. MCR's actually closed up to the back of Heated. Oh, sorry, Heated went past MCR. So Heated now in second position. Where's NGMBJ come out? In fact, he's come out just ahead of Ibo. So NGMBJ going for a 2-stop strategy. Bit of an interesting one, I must admit, but it could pay off towards the end of the race. We'll have to see. It could be raining, I don't even know about it. We'll see. But the closest battle at the moment is this one between MCR and Heated, the battle for a net P2, and also the battle for P6 of Iber Mike and Jasper. Remember, Iber Mike does have a little bit of wing damage. He did hit it on the back of Jasper. So we'll see. As MCR has the DRS on the Toro Rosso driver, but isn't going to be able to get a move done just yet. He's a bit too far back. Adri's also closing onto the back of his fellow Spaniard in the Racing Point. Heated's almost already pulled out that 1-second gap from him as well. And I'm sure Heated does have wing damage, if I'm right in saying. I was for certain Heated had wing damage. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe not. But I think he's already pulled out that 1-second gap. No, MCR does have DRS to him still, but Adri is within that 1-second gap. Hasn't got the DRS because I don't think he got there within the activation zone, but he is definitely going to have the DRS on his next lap. So we'll see if the Spaniard is able to get past MCR, and if he does, how quickly will he be able to do it? Meanwhile, this battle for P6 is starting to heat up even more between Jasper and Iber Mike. Iber Mike now only 5 tenths behind the Alfa Romeo driver. He is on the medium compound tyre, so you've got to think that Jasper's tyres are starting to die out right now. We'll see as they're coming through turn 6 and turn 7. Will Iber Mike able to get a move done? It doesn't look as if he will, but he is going to have the DRS coming up towards turn 11. So we'll see. He's having a little bit of a look, but not exactly close enough to do so just yet. Now turn 11 and turn 12. Jasper looked like he did cut turn 11 a little bit. Iber Mike, he's dropped back a little bit from that, but he has got the DRS on him, so he's just still a little bit too far back, and I think all of this is allowing Smitsky to gain on the pair of them. Meanwhile, back up to this battle for P3, MCR and Adri. Adri is now in the DRS of MCR. He's only 4 tenths behind the Racing Point driver. He's going down the inside of MCR, very close, and Adri managing to get the move done on the Racing Point driver. Nicely done from him, and he has the DRS as well, so he's going to hold it defensive from MCR, and that is P3 for Adri. Pretty nice little rhyme to it. Let's have a look in the chat. Mark saying, poor Dave, Carlo on medium, take my prediction back. If you want a hand, let me know, but doing a top job. I'm alright for now, thanks Mark. I think I'm all cool for now. Dan saying, what tyres is everyone on? Let's have a look. Edike putting in the fastest lap of the race. Nicely done from him. I didn't realise he actually also pit. So we'll crack on with that. Karkinen moving up 10 places, Iber Mike moving up 6. The top movers. Going up, meanwhile going down, it is Fuzz after that first lap incident. NGMBJ has already pit, so he's obviously moved down 6 places as well. But let's have a look. So guys that have made a stop, yeah, Eduk, Jasper, Fuzz, Cloudy Cloud, all of those guys are already making their stops, probably putting on a new wing. In fact, Jasper's gotten past, Fuzz has gotten past Jasper, and NGMBJ has gotten past Smitsky. Did not manage to catch them, unfortunately, but nice done from those guys for making up their positions. Now MCR has come into the pits. I think this is where we're going to start to see the soft runners come into the pits and get on their hard compound of tyre. MCR, the first runners, other than obviously NGMBJ, making that stop. So we'll see. Fuzz is stuck on the hards, Jasper stuck on the hards. All those guys are going to try and go to the end, I believe, on the hard compound of tyre. Same with MCR. And Ivan Mike has also followed him into the pits, getting his wing change as well. So I've got to think he's going to be coming out sort of around where Educk and Fuzz will be. So it should make up for a nice little, nice battle coming out for P11 and P12. Where is Fuzz in relation to him? Fuzz has just come around the final corner now. Ivan Mike just coming out of the pits. It's going to be close between the pair of them. Here we go, Fuzz going across, and he's actually gotten out ahead of Ivan Mike, as has Jasper. So that pit stop has definitely not benefited Ivan Mike, and he's actually gone on the soft compounder tyre. Why has he gone on the softs? He could have gone with the hards and gone to the end. Well, that's the strategy that I was gone for. That's obviously how he's going to do it. I'll go back onto this battle for the lead, well, not for the lead, for the front of Adri and Heated. I've got to think that one of these guys are going to be coming in the pits relatively soon. It's not James, because he's just sort of lagging about everywhere. It's Heated. Heated comes in. So that promotes Adri up into P2 and Karkanen up into P3. So, Mark, your prediction could come true. You never know. But now we're on lap 10 for Division 3 of Round 1 in Australia. And as it stands, James is in P1 with Adri in second, Karkanen in third, Heated in fourth, but is going to change very shortly because he's in the pits. So now NGMBJ is in fourth, Heated's in fifth, Smitsky sixth, with Ibo in seventh, now gone up to sixth because he hasn't made his stop yet. MCR is in eighth, Frey is in 9th with Educk in 10th, Fuzz 11th, Jasper 12th, Iber Mike in 13th with Cloudy Cloud in 14th, and our two that are already out, both being this Australian Jack, which I believe is actually Yestin, and also Dave Javu being disqualified for apparently facing the wrong way, which is unfortunate for the reserve driver in the first round. Ibo is just behind Heated, although Heated has come out ahead of him. But I don't think he's going to be able to get a move done. He's on 9 lap old soft tyres, but I reckon Ibo could probably take these tyres to get the mediums on, take the mediums to the end. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. But Karkanen now on the back of Adri, you can really see that these soft tyres are wearing out. So you got to think that these two guys up ahead are going to be pitting. And I'm right, James coming into the pits. Is Adri going to come into the pits? He certainly does. And so does Karkanen. So the top three all coming into the pits. We'll see where that puts the rest of these guys when they come out of the pits. You've got to think they've got to be around sort of Heated MCR's sort of time. So we'll see. Where is Heated going to be in relation to these guys at the top? Karkanen putting on a new wing. Adri already out of his pit box. James already coming out. NGMBJ is ahead of him, but he's on medium tyres, so he's got to pit again. Where is Heated in relation to Adri? Or even MCR. They're going to... Oh, don't be side by side. They're going to be side by side. Ooh. Adri thought well of it. Didn't think MCR was going to leave him in space, and it didn't look like he did. So Adri just sort of backed it off coming into turn 1. Adri now in 5th place, but he's on a fresher set of hards compared to the guys that are around him. So we'll see how these lot do. Meanwhile, Educk, I did realise that he did make a pit stop, but he's on the soft compounder tyre, same as Ivan Mike. So these guys are going to have to make another stop as well, and we'll see what Educk opts to go on, because I believe if he's going to do anything, it should be either it should be the medium compounder tyre. He should be able to make it to the end if he carries on with those laps. We have yellows in sector 3. It's Cloudy. Cloudy has completely broken, well, not completely broken his wing. He's completely shattered his front right. It's unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver. Meanwhile, Iber Mike just behind Fuzz. Adri picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. That isn't something you want to see. And there's yellows in sector 1. Who was that? Oh, now sector 3. Oh, it's Karkanen, the first victim of the turn 11 and turn 12 chicane, the high speed chicane. The first victim of it, unfortunate for the McLaren driver. He was doing quite well as well. I don't know if he actually slammed into the wall. It doesn't look like he's lost any wing. But Frey is now just behind him. he's carried on. So yeah, I don't think he has actually lost any wing from it. Meanwhile, this battle for P7. Fuzz having to go defensive of Iverbryn Mike. Iverbryn Mike got the DRS on the Haas driver, not able to get a move done going in towards turn 3. What about this battle for behind Jasper and Smitsky? Smitsky only just 3 tenths behind Jasper. Not able to get a move done either going in towards turn 3, and Iverbryn Mike looks like he's actually just dropping back a little bit from Fuzz. So we will see. Frey is still only just behind Car Cannon, and I don't think he's going to get a move done. He is on a fresher set of the medium compounder tyres, so I'd expect the move to be done relatively shortly. But I would have thought a move would have been done between Fuzz and Iverbryn Mike by now as well, considering he's on the soft compounder tyre. But looks like nothing so far. Here we go. Iverbryn Mike has a DRS on the Haas driver. He is going to be able to brake later than him, but not able to get a move done going towards turn 13. So, Fuzz staying out ahead of the Red Bull driver, but you got to think soon. Is he going to go for a move into the second to last corner? No, he isn't. But coming out of the final corner, you got to think it might be curtains for Fuzz. Iverbryn Mike has DRS. Fuzz going defensive. Is Iverbryn Mike going to be able to get a move done on Fuzz? No, he isn't. And in fact, that I believe is Cloudy Cloud coming out of the pits. He's going to have to try and get out of the way as best as he possibly can, and he has done. Iverbryn Mike with the DRS on Fuzz. Is he going to get a move done going towards turn 3? No, he isn't. So Fuzz remaining out in P7. Nicely done from the Haas driver. You got to think as well, with E-Duck and Iverbryn Mike having to make a pit stop, Fuzz hasn't really lost out that much since the start. The only thing he's really lost out on is the gap between him and Adri. It's about 13 odd seconds. Obviously, I know he was battling with Adri, but you got to think he is still in that top 6. It just depends on what the guys at the end are going to be able to do. Fuzz runs wide. I think Iverbryn may have hit him because he has slowed down entirely. And Cloudy Cloud looking to see if he can get past any of these guys, but I don't think he's able to do so. It did look like Iverbryn might slow down to let him by, so I think that's what's happened, and that's allowed the guys behind him of Smitsky and Jasper to catch up to the back of these guys. Now we've got a little bit of a DRS train going on of Iverbryn Mike. Is he going to be able to get a move done on Fuzz this time? Fuzz hanging around the outside of turn 13. Iverbryn Mike holding it down the inside. Not able to do so, but is now getting passed by Jasper. Jasper now up into P8. Smitsky now looking to see if he can get past Iverbryn Mike. I think Iverbryn Mike may have a little bit of wing damage. That's how he backed off a bit, because he must have gone into the back of Fuzz. But he looks like he's carrying on nonetheless. Jasper now is going to have the DRS on Fuzz. Fuzz is not going to have any DRS anywhere, so Fuzz is going to try and hold on for his dear life, and it looks like he's able to do so going towards turn 1, but we have turn 3 DRS. We'll see how he opts in for that. Let's have a look. We've got the DRS train going on Jasper. Is he going to be able to gain on Fuzz at all? No, he isn't. Iverbryn Mike? No. Will Smitsky? It doesn't look like he is either. In fact, Smitsky looks like he's dropping back from these guys a little bit, so hopefully there isn't anything too wrong with Smitsky. We'll see. Ibbo has retired from the session. Oh dear. I don't know whereabouts Ibbo is either. I don't know if that's in the pits or what. I'll see if I can see it from NGMBJ's point of view. But if I did have to guess, it would be in the pits. Or... oh! Fuzz, he's dropped back. Fuzz has dropped down quite a few places. As has Jasper. Jasper now down in the 9th. Adri's even gotten past a pair of them. Smitsky now up into 7th. Smitsky now ahead of his teammate. Adri just locked up majorly. Going towards turn 11 and 12. Adri has no front wing. I don't know what's happened there. But Car Cannon now attacking Jasper. Jasper runs out very wide, and Jasper's also gone into the wall. Oh, he's got to be safe rejoining. I think that was just about in the limit, but Frey is just next to Fuzz. Fuzz managing to go around the outside of him, nicely done, but all of these guys are now going to have to come into the pits because I think they all managed to break their wings by kissing the opportunity to go on the medium compounder tyre. I don't know what happened with Adri. I don't know if he must have been caught up with all of these guys. Because Adri was about 13 odd seconds ahead of everyone. Right, okay, I've just got confirmation. Fuzz was overtaking Adri and someone behind had hit him. And I think the guy that was behind him was Jasper. So that's also why it explains why Jasper is in the pits along with them. I think Adri, what had happened, Adri must have spun it somewhere as Fuzz was trying to overtake him, tried to get around him, smacked it into Fuzz. Fuzz must have hit a wall or something going out of it, and then now back down into 11th. That's unfortunate for the guys that have all just had to make their pit stops. They're all fighting for a decent amount of points as well. Meanwhile, up ahead, NGMBJ is still 4 seconds ahead of James. And then likewise with Heated and likewise with MCR. All a little bit of a 4-second gap between each other. Remember that NGMBJ does have to pit again. Same with E-Duck, who's actually coming in the pits right now. And same with Ivor Bryn Mike. They will have to make their pit stop again. So it looks like this could be good points for Smitsky. Smitsky's looking to be on for probably even P4. Not looking too bad for the Renault driver. He does get past him over Mike because he's also coming to the pits. E-Duck is now just making his way out of the pits, coming on the medium compounder tyre. I would assume that Ivor Bryn Mike is also doing the same, going on the medium compounder tyre. Oh, okay. He said he was stuck in the pits, and now he's okay. Bit of a weird one. So now the only one that's still left to do a stop, well, the only two left to do a stop is Frey and MGMBJ, our current race leader. But we'll see where that puts him, because he might actually be ahead of Smitsky. It does say Smitsky's 23 seconds behind MCR. So compared to Smitsky from NGMBJ, that's about 35 seconds. So we'll see. I think NGMBJ will come out ahead of him. He will come probably on the soft compounder tyre as well. I think he's trying to hold these mediums to go until the softs. So if he manages to go on the softs, we'll see about the guys that are ahead of him. But these guys up front have driven a pretty good race so far between all four of them. Been a little bit scrappy in the midfield. It's been a bit unfortunate for Fuzz because he's just been caught up in all of it. Adri, unfortunate as well. He was having a pretty good race. I said he moved to completely no assist and was still staying up there with the top guys. Car Cannon as well. In fact, he's closing up to the back of Smitsky. He's only 1.5 seconds behind him. Go on board with Car Cannon. I said I don't think he lost any front wing from when he had that little incident at turns 12. But he must have just gone a little bit too wide coming out of that corner. Just keeping an eye on the chat. Starja is just asking what you think is the best strategy around here. Not crashing is the first one. I think that's a pretty good strategy, to be honest with you. But, well, really whatever suits you best. You can do soft to hard here. You can also do medium to hard. And if you're starting on a fresh set of tyres, you can also do soft to medium. So, whichever one sort of suits you best, it's up to you. Campbell just saying wet tyre, no stop, pro Ferrari strap. Exactly. You know how it goes. What happened, Ibo? I know. I see you in the chat. What happened? I didn't get to quite catch what went on. Kev spun you. Oh, what a turn 12. Where Car Cannon lost it. Oh, yellow's in sector 3. Who is that going to be? It's Cloudy Cloud, for some reason going very, very slowly. Not entirely too sure why. Bit of a strange one. But let's see, Adri has set the fastest time so far, doing a 125.0. Is NGMBJ going to come into the pits this lap? He is, so he's going to come on for a fresh set of the soft compounder tyres. Where is this going to put him? This could shake things up majorly. I haven't even been able to check the penalties either. I know Adri definitely has a penalty. I'm pretty sure I saw NGMBJ had a 5-second stop go, so he's got to serve it as well. So he might actually come up by Smitsky. We'll keep an eye on where Smitsky is. He's just coming across. Oh, he's just coming out of turn 13 and then Jim BJ's already out of his pit box. Where's MCR competitor? Oh, MCR's already ahead of him, so... And Jim BJ's going to have a bit of clear air between him, the car in front and the car behind. In fact, Smitsky's just coming around the final corner now. And in fact, MGMBH's come out on the set of the mediums. I'm highly surprised by that. You could have taken a set of the softs to the end. Maybe he just didn't want to risk it, which is fair enough. But with him making that pit stop, that now promotes James into first position, heated into second, and MCR into third. E-Duck picking himself up yet another time penalty. NGMBJ, now that he's served that 5-second stop go, he no longer has a penalty to his name. But he is 14 seconds behind him. I'm quite shocked that's about 14 seconds, to be honest with you. But we'll see. It looks like the closest battle again is going to be Car Cannon and Snitsky. He's still sort of about that 2-second gap behind the Renault driver. In fact, there's one that's even more behind. Frey and Ivor Bryn Mike. So we'll see how these two are going to be able to get on. The sister team of the Toro Rosso and the Red Bull are about to go into battle. The Welshman versus the Spaniard. Ivor Bryn Mike is on a fresher set of medium compounder tyre compared to Frey. As said, Frey still potentially needs to make another pit stop. He might be able to get these to go to the end. We will see. If he does, he's going to have some serious tyre saving to do. But Ivor Bryn Mike now in DRS off Frey. Frey going a bit defensive. Goes back to his line. Remains out in P8. Ivor Bryn Mike cutting the corner and getting himself a 3-second time penalty. But he is still back in DRS off Frey. Ivor Bryn Mike gonna keep it around the outside of Frey. Tries to go for the switch back on him. Not able to do so. And Frey remains out in P8. Is Frey's car still an AI? I'm not too sure. I feel like that is Frey driving now. But I could be completely wrong. Here we go. Ivor Bryn Mike. It looks like Frey made a bit of a mistake. Ivor Bryn Mike now going down the inside of Frey. They touch. And Ivor Bryn Mike is in the wall. Oh. I think Ivor Bryn Mike tried going a little bit too far, too deep on the outside and just made contact with Frey. And it's unfortunate for the Red Bull driver. Very unfortunate. He's now broke most of his wing as well. So Adri has managed to catch up to the back of these guys. Remember, it is 12th. It is top 12 that get points as long as they complete 90% of the race. But you've got to think Ivor Bryn Mike's now got to come into the pit. We'll put on a fresh set of the soft tyres. And it looks like he is doing just that. So that promotes Adri up into P9. Fuzz into P10. They're going to be trying to chase down Frey's car as well. So we'll see how the pair of them get on. Meanwhile, Car Cannon is now closing up a bit more to Smitsky. He was 2 seconds before, but it's now 1.3. That gap just sort of remaining at the same. Car Cannon looks like actually gained 2 tenths just coming out of that corner alone. In fact, he's gained more than that. He's gained about 4 tenths coming out of that corner. So Car Cannon now in DRS range of the Renault driver. Probably not able to get a move done down in towards turn 13, but he has got DRS nonetheless. It's going to help him close up even more and help to get a move done in towards turn, well, going up towards turn 1. Meanwhile, Fuzz has gotten past Adri. I don't know what happened with Adri, but I know these two will be in a party with each other, so maybe a little bit of communication with the pair of them. I'm not too sure. But anyway, Car Cannon, 8 tenths behind Smitsky, is in the DRS of the Renault driver. Again, not able to probably get a move done down towards turn 1. But let's see, if he gets a good exit out towards turn 2, will he get a move done on him? It doesn't look like it. In fact, it looks like Smitsky's got an even better exit out of there compared to his Renault counterpart in the McLaren. and Smitsky remains out in P5 for now. Update on NG and BJ. He looks like he is catching up to MCR quite quickly. I think in the past 3 laps he's caught up by about 4 seconds. So at the moment it doesn't look like he's on track to catch MCR for that podium. But it could be tight. Penalties could play a part into it. As I say that, I don't think it will anymore. NGMBJ is now got himself a 3-second time penalty. Also, one reminder is that I think we are offering out a point for the fastest lap. So whoever gets fastest lap within the top 12 will get that extra point. And I think that's what Adri is probably trying to do. He's still within the top 12. So we'll see how the pair of them get on. We have someone called Hardy Wakefield in the chat saying, Classy Wakursk, let's go Cloudy and Jasper. Nice to see you, Classy. Karkinen now closer than ever to the back of Smitsky. A pair of them look like they got a nice exit, but I don't think Karkinen's going to be able to capitalise on getting a move done into P5. So it looks like he's going to have to stay behind him for another lap. There are yellows in Sector 3, and it looks like Frey has gone off at turn 13, which is now giving Fuzz the opportunity and is now in P8. So Fuzz, despite what's happened with these past 2 incidents, he's still in 8th position. So not bad going for the Haas driver. Ooh, Heater's dropped back quite a bit from James. Quite surprisingly. MCR's caught up by about 2.5 seconds from him. Bit of a strange one. Ivory Mike is just behind Heated. I really hope we don't get an Ocon Verstappen incident. But Ivory Mike looking like he's trying to unlap himself now. Heated just trying to get in his slipstream to try and see if he can get away even more from MCR. But Heated looks like he's just hanging back a little bit just so he's not interrupting MCR, not interrupting Ivory Mike, just so he doesn't have to worry about lapping him once again. Adri is only just behind MCR as well. To think that Adri was just behind him in P4 and is now down in P12, just been lapped by him, which is unfortunate for him. Unlucky for the Spaniard in the Renault. Anyway, Karkinen now behind the other Renault of Smitsky in P5. Again, is still having to hold back from him. It looks like Smitsky's just a bit quicker going in towards sort of Sector 3, keeping his distance from him, but Sector 2 is where Karkinen looks like he thrives even more. But now we'll see. Karkinen is still about 6 tenths behind Smitsky. As I said, I feel like this is probably the better sector for Karkinen. Does he close up that gap even more? Doesn't show it. There's yellows in Sector 3. Please don't tell me someone's binned it at turn 12. It's MCR! Oh no! He's had a collision with Adri! Oh dear. Oh dear. Not good for both the Renault or the Racing Point driver, but that is massively beneficial for the Red Bull driver of MGMBJ, who is now on the podium. So I want to say nice one, but at the same time, I don't know. I didn't really see what happened, but Karkinen was about 2 tenths just behind Smitsky and is now dropped back about 6 tenths behind him, but he is still sort of holding on in there. Adri has retired from the session, so fastest lap is not going to be going to him. Karkinen's still going to have to wait behind Smitsky. Smitsky's doing a good job of just keeping ahead of him at certain points, and then at other points just keeping him at bay. I have to see what Adri says and see if, well, see if he does say anything. It did look like he was trying to unlap him, but hopefully it hasn't caused him anything. Karkinen just having a little kiss with the wall. Still about 7 tenths behind Smitsky. So yeah, as Marcus said, Cloudy Cloud now in the points. Carl Cannon, I think he's closer than ever to Smitsky. No, maybe not. So Carl Cannon, in fact, he's still about 4 tenths behind him. NGMBJ picks up himself yet another time penalty. So, is this actually going to promote MCR to P3? He picks himself up a 3-second time penalty as well. I don't think he's close enough to any of the guys to be able for that to be affected, but penalties are penalties. It could still pick up in towards the last sort of part of the lap. Adri saying, damned. What happened, Adri? He didn't allow it to pass and then brake massively. My bad, but not very smart by him. So did you just lock up into him? I guess we'll get further confirmation for that. Car Cannon's still remaining in P6. We have only got 2 laps to go. Well, 3 laps technically. James is in a comfortable lead. 12 seconds ahead of Heated. NGMBJ just about 5 seconds behind Heated. But he has got quite a few penalties. MCR 8.5 seconds behind. Is he going to be able to stay in the gap of MGMBJ and end up actually taking P3 after what happened between him and Adri? We will see. It's been a good day for Smitsky. P5, it's not bad for him on his debut. He has done quite well. Not on his debut because he actually started from D3 from last season, but like the later side for it. So we'll see how these guys get on. His yellow's in sector 3. I don't know who that is. Is that going to be Cloudy Cloud? It is. He's in fact coming into the pits. Once again, James now starting, or has already started lap 28. And it's like he's coming up to lap his rival's teammate, Frey, being lapped. Car Cannon, this is the best opportunity he's got, going down the inside of Smitsky. Coming up towards the second and last corner. Now going to try and run the outside of the Renault driver. If he does, this is going to be an amazing move, and he does. Car Cannon going around the outside of Smitsky. Boys, it's only round 1, and he's already making an amazing move like that. Nicely done to the Dutchman in the McLaren, and he's managing to stay out ahead of the Renault driver as well with the DRS. So nicely done from Car Cannon. Promotes himself up into P5. Probably the move of the race, if I must say so myself. So nicely done from him. Now up into P5, and I think he's just going to be running away from him. I feel like Smitsky's tyres are starting to go off quite quickly as well, so that's probably the reason why. Edok isn't too far behind him actually. He's only 1.5 seconds behind him. So this battle for P5 is still on. Edok does have quite a few penalties, probably in comparison to both Car Cannon and Smitsky. With only 2 laps to go. Is he going to be able to get a move done on the Renault driver? He is in DRS range. So I believe he will have DRS coming out of turn 12. Frey picks himself up yet another time penalty, which I think then does promote Jasper into P9. Maybe even over than Mike. But Edok not able to get a move done on the Renault driver. We're now on to the final lap of the Australian Grand Prix. And is Edok going to be able to get a move done down towards turn 1? It is the final lap. Smitsky looking to go a bit defensive. The Ferrari is going to try and go around the outside. Smitsky going back to his line. and Smitsky holds it in towards turn 1, but does not look like he got a good exit out of that. And it looks like E-Duck is going to be able to try and get a move done on Smitsky. Is he going to try and go around the outside of the Renault driver? He is. He's going to try and go around the outside of turn 3. They touch wheels, and I think E-Duck has managed to hold it around the outside. He has indeed. So the Ferrari now up into P6, but with the amount of penalties he has, I don't think he's going to be holding it for long. Carl Cannon's already pulled out about 2.5 seconds from these guys, so I think Carl Cannon is safe in that P5 position. But I'm going to go on board with the man who started in pole and is finishing a race in P1. Congratulations to James for winning the Australian Grand Prix in Division 3. Nicely done from him. Heated now coming across the line in P2. Nicely done from him. Pretty good race for him, I do say so myself. And NGMBJ for his debut race, also on the podium, P3. But is that going to affect it? Is MCR close enough? Does NGMBJ have a lot of penalties compared to what MCR does? He doesn't, so NGMBJ is going to finish on that podium spot. Carl Cannon now coming up to the line for P5. In fact, is he going to hold it? Is Smitsky got more penalties? Smitsky jumps up to P5. So despite all that battling, and Cloudy Cloud has just retired from the session. Was that coming over? I think that was coming over the line. He just retired from the session. But now we have the final runner. He hasn't exactly had much luck in the race. Been caught up in about 2 incidents when that had happened. But that's Fuzz finishing in P8. And it doesn't look like Cloudy Cloud's car actually went over the line. So I don't know if he's actually completed a whole 90% to be in the points. Because he was lapped by the guy that was in P11. I think got lapped by James by about 3 or 4 times. So that only puts him on lap 25, 26. So I don't know if that is the 90%. We'll have to get confirmation from it. But here are your standings. You have your race winner of James, 21 seconds ahead of P2. It's a very dominant win for the Haas driver. Personally, I'd say is my driver of the day, either him or Carl Cannon. Heated finishing in 2nd position. Nicely done from him. MGMBJ, despite doing the 2-stop strategy, finishing in P3 with MCR in P4. Smitsky finishing in 5th. Pretty good job from him. Carl Cannon starting from the back, finishing in P6. Nicely done from him. E-Duck in 7th with Fuzz finishing in 8th. Probably not where he wants to finish. Ivo and Mike finishing in P9 with Jasper rounding out the top 10. Frey finishing in 11th. And then you have our non-finishers of Cloudy Cloud, Adri, Ivo. I think that's a yes, so I'll just go with that. And the only one that had managed to disqualify because he went backwards was Dave. So it's unfortunate for him. But that has been Division 3, Round 1. Thank you everyone for watching that. I do appreciate everyone that's joined the stream. I will catch you guys next week for the Bahrain Grand Prix, again at 6:20. So be sure to tune in then. I've been J. Carl, and we'll see you later.